Right.
No, are we all good?
Yeah, I think that's good. Thanks.
Jesus.
Thanks for that. Sorry.
It's alright, look at the What on earth am I doing here?
That's
Okay,
awesome.
it's cool.
How's it going, gang? Hello, happy Thursday. It's that time again. Hope you're all well. Gosh, can you tell I've just got up? I look real tired. I've just been watching the Tom Moore, Captain Tom Moore. Actually, he's still going here. Look, I should probably be listening to him rather than doing my own thing. There he is on his 100th birthday. They did a fly past for him this morning, a Spitfire and a Hurricane, and they've made him an official honorary member of the England cricket team, and he was all made up about it, so that was real cool. And regardless of what you think about whether he should be raising money for the NHS or not, that's really lovely stuff. So if you haven't seen that, put a real fire in your heart and a warmth in your belly if you want to check that out today. Today we got a chat with my brother Dan Marsden. We talked about all sorts of things like reassessing, why we do the things we do, and taking this time to get off the rails, and being thankful for an opportunity to be a bit more mindful about what we've sort of had to give up during this time, and maybe in ways that might be good for us to sort of rethink certain things for when we go back to real life. Not that this isn't real life and we should be treating it as a bit of as a fantasy or a holiday, but I'm sure you all take my meaning. It's a really special time to be sharing this conversation because actually my brother just got back from London, where he was helping to install beds into the new one of the new Nightingale hospitals in London, which is obviously a source of tremendous pride for me. So my dad actually, his company has supplied lots of the beds for, I don't know if it's all the beds, but at least lots of the beds for the Nightingale and for hospitals generally. So just phenomenal feeling to be a part of that clan at a time like this. So well done, boys, and thank you for doing that. That's awesome. That's about all from me. I'll see you at the end. Actually, one more thing. We had a lot actually, of technical difficulty during this episode, and we actually thought we were going to have to scrap it before we even started, and then it kind of naturally carried on, and we managed to salvage it, and it's well worth listening to. So apologies, because we've got a little bit of audio issues. If you've watched these by now, you know that there are different issues and difficulties with everyone. I'm learning this as I go along and getting better at it, and you'll see the quality generally start to improve over the next few weeks. But I apologise in the time being that things are less than perfect. But if there's anything wrong with the audio, in your opinion, it's my fault. And also the conversation starts at a random point, so apologies for that too. But thanks for bearing with me, and I hope you enjoy this episode of Stay in Touch. This is, I think yesterday would have made it like 4 weeks that I've been isolated. And I've been fine. I've enjoyed it, if anything, and I've got around to loads of stuff that I've been meaning to get around to. I unpacked, which was unbelievable, because we moved here in January. It's now April 14th, and so about a month ago, I was just unpacking and creating my living space. And that's just one of the things that I've done that I've really enjoyed, and I've got my own routine, doing basically whatever I want, and trying to keep myself busy and motivated, and also relaxed. But just I've been fine. But that exact thought had occurred to me that if this is going to be double that length of time, triple that length of time, who knows? There is going to be a point where I go, all right, now actually I've gone crazy. This is it. I'm not happy anymore. I don't want to be here.
For me, it's interesting as well, like your point of view, because I don't know what your routine is. I've always seen you as sort of not sort of like head in the clouds kind of thing, but sort of, you know where I'm coming from. You kind of just do you and whatever feels right. And whereas I've from quite I say a young age, I was working at Tesco's with my shifts, so I always knew what I was doing. And then out of school, I've worked 9 to 5, so I'm having to fill that space between. So what was your routine before, and what are you doing now? That's, I suppose,
Well, I think
what I'm getting at.
the reason that this is working for me is because a big part of my I don't know what I want to call it. A big part of my like outlook, my like is that things do change, and that the moment you start to go, okay, I know exactly what I'm doing. I know that things are going to be the same every day. Then as soon as something does kind of come up that's different, then that can cause kind of an upset. So I try to bear in mind all the time, and it helps because I know I'm not necessarily answering your question, but it's just sort of a relevant thought. Because I only work part time and I do some freelance stuff and some creative stuff and whatever. Like my schedule since I left uni and obviously through uni as well has always been, like you say, I've never had a 9 to 5, that sort of thing. So it's always been a bit higgledy-piggledy anyway, and I've always been faced with a lot of free time, and I've never managed it as well as I manage it now, which is to do with like I meditate a lot, so now I'm less like crazy in my own head and can deal with the quiet and the silence and the not very much to do a little bit better. But essentially what I was doing before is working probably for maybe 5 days a week at the shop, and obviously work shifts, so those days could be any days at all. I could be doing 3 days on, 2 days off, whatever, or a bit of a mix, different every week. And then right before the lockdown happened, we were actually teaching a module in Manchester, me and the theatre company, and that was just ramping down. It was our last week we were due to go in, so we were also doing that. So I was really busy actually beforehand. So I think I welcomed it at first, like, cool, this is nice. I get some time. I mean, not cool. It's not nice what's going on in the world, obviously, but just in terms of my personal circumstances, it was nice to sort of chill out. So now what I'm doing is I set an alarm for 8 o'clock every day.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide whether to stop doing that on the weekends and give myself like a 5 days on, 2 days off kind of affair. But it's
So
been...
almost like that's almost like going to a 9 to 5, then, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's almost what so it's strange, isn't it, that now you've got the time, you want to give yourself a routine.
Yeah. That is interesting.
Yeah. Whereas I've completely shifted. My sleeping pattern is all over the shop. I mean, I don't have the best relationship with sleep anyway. I probably average about 5 hours a night, and that's even when I am working. Whereas now I'm not working, so I'm not really engaging my brain like I normally would. So I think that's what it is. I'm too alert still, and I don't feel tired enough to go to sleep. So I'm kind of falling asleep at stupid o'clock and then waking up later than I normally would. But that kind of is what it is. 8 o'clock, if you're getting up every Monday to Friday doing that, and then weekend, what would you normally be doing? You probably have a lie-in unless you had a shift at the shop, I suppose.
Yeah, for me, I never do well with a lie-in. If I do that,
No.
then I think that the days always go very quickly for me because I think I'm a bit like crazy about I don't want to waste any time. And sometimes I am, sometimes I'm not. I don't deal very well with relaxing if I haven't got everything out of the way that I need to do, which sounds like I'm bragging about being the most productive person on the planet and I don't procrastinate. It's actually the opposite of that, where if I don't get up and give myself a lot of time through the day to get everything done, I won't finish it, and then I can't like sit back and chill because it weighs on my mind then. So
right.
So regardless of what day it is, whether it's like a quiet day or whatever, generally speaking, I try to get up at 8 anyway, because otherwise it gets to 11, 12 o'clock and I already start to feel like I've wasted the day, and it's really it's difficult for me to drag that back to be like, and tell myself you haven't wasted the day, you've got so much time to, and also it doesn't matter if you don't do anything, nobody's on your back, telling you to sort your life out. But yeah, ordinarily,
that's true.
I'd be, unless and a part of that is I mean, touch wood, I'm doing all right on my sleep at the minute, and I'm similar to you. I've never been able to sleep very well, and I'm figuring that out a little bit better now than I used to. And part of that is getting up at the same time every day, because apparently that helps. Helps you feel tired at a normal time in the evening and whatever. I use the bedtime app on my phone as well. It's part of the clock stuff on my. I've got an iPhone, and I know you haven't.
Yeah, it's similar thing, isn't
Right.
it? There is a thing. There is a thing.
Cool.
But I just know that I'd put it on and just ignore it.
Right.
That's just what I'd do. So if I'm not tired, my whole sort of mind has to be on shut down for me to fall asleep. Other than that, I've managed to sort of be a lot more active, and I've never really been into all the fitness and stuff and dieting. I don't eat well, but I don't eat bad. I kind of just quite moderate, and I haven't really changed my diet. But I've been doing a lot more exercise because it sounds like an excuse, but I have got the time now to do it, you know. So I've been doing hill sprints, sort of 12-mile bike rides. So yeah, that just kind of gave me a kick up the backside, and I've ended up losing half a stone in 10 days, which I'm pretty chuffed with. So if I can keep going at that rate and get sort of where I want to be, I can at least try and maintain that then. But that's given me a goal, but it feels good as well. Seeing the results, and it's like I usually, like I say, I work 9 till 5:30, and then when I get home, I've lazy about because I'm tired from working. Whereas now I'm kind of just, like I say, I need to do. I'm always out the house normally, so I'm just trying to fill that time. And if exercise is doing some good for me and I'm enjoying it, then it's got me thinking that when I do go back to work, I'll definitely sort of try to fit in carrying on doing that exercise, you know.
Gonna try and get close to the router.
Well, yeah, it's on the extender, so it's only going up one flight of stairs, but God, it's always warm in this house, man.
I'm warm today as well. I shouldn't have put this jumper on.
I'm just going to place myself on the steps. Everyone's always in my way, so it don't matter. Yeah, it's making me feel good. I feel better about the situation, because the first week was very much like, oh, this is drastic. Sort of quite selfishly, you know, thinking about, oh, what am I going to do? I'm going to be so bored. I'm used to doing this, used to doing that. But I don't ever watch the news. That's just something that I've never done. So I didn't really know the extent of how bad it all was.
I actually, right before all this started, I was trying to get better at staying in touch. I downloaded the BBC News app on my phone and stuff because I just felt like I sort of should know what was going on in the world generally. And then this happened, and now I kind of have a stance where I watch the updates every now and again, but I kind of feel like nothing's going to change with my situation and my circumstances, and as long as I guess I'm meant to just stay inside and keep doing what I'm doing. So as long as that's not changing, then it's probably not good to be hammering it in your head all day, every day, is it? Because it is scary what's going on.
It says Jake Marsden's network bandwidth is low.
That's so weird. I wonder why.
That's what it's telling me.
It is me then, isn't it?
Unless we hang up again and try reconnect on a better line, is that a thing, or is it not a thing?
I don't know.
Try hello again. Oh, he said hello again. Jake said hello.
Let me just sent Jamie a message to see if he's using it and what he's finding, because it did tell me. It said your internet connection is unstable, and obviously you're getting that message as well, that my bandwidth is low. And I don't know why. I don't know what's going on.
Just have a quick wait.
Yeah. Oh.
You're
Yeah.
only joking. You made me jump. What are you doing?
Gaming.
Gaming. What are you gaming with?
Wait, you're riding for 12 miles?
But yeah, I mean, the first one I did it by accident because it was really fun because it's all downhill to Brighouse. But of course, everything down has to come back up at some point. So yeah, I was either stuck in Brighouse or ride back. So, but yeah, that was tough. But it was good and it's working. But it was just to get out of the house, really, and it was nice weather. So all lads are on FaceTime, and we're doing a ultimate best friends quiz thing. So I did the first one, just asking stupid questions that we've done in the past, and we've all been there for. But it's who remembers what and who's done what, and it's bringing back memories as well. Like some of the questions are just like, we actually did that. I remember doing that. That's why did that ever happen? Like that. Just and then it's giving us something to have a laugh about and reminisce and stuff. So we've been on FaceTime and we'll have a drink on a Saturday night. But obviously, with me helping out the bots, sometimes I'd finish there and end up sitting in the pub and just drinking. Or even if I've had a stressful day at work, going from work to the pub, and you don't realise the amount of sort of like even 1 or 2 pints, if I do that 3 times a week and then drink on a Saturday night, as I would anyway, it really is too much, to be honest. It's going to be interesting to see if I can stop myself doing that when I do go back to work, and see if I've got the willpower to, if I have lost the weight, just to sort of keep telling myself, don't do it, you don't need to.
Yeah, it's so normal, isn't it? And it's it's like the automatic thing, isn't it? You wind down and have a beer, and then once you're having one, you're having a couple, aren't you? And
especially if you've had a bad day, and you know what the box is like. It's like a home from home. If I just came home from work on a bad day and I'd sit and stew in my bedroom, I wouldn't have that time to sort of even talk to Joe or whoever's working on the bar or whoever's in there, because everybody knows everyone who goes in there, just to sit there and have a pint and a laugh with somebody outside of work. It's that release in it. It's that time to sort of just have a bit of a rest, and then you can, and that's how I deal with stuff anyway.
But that's it. It's therapeutic, that, and social and very important.
Yeah.
But it just happens to be in that environment where also the custom is to get a pint, and while you're in there, you're gonna have a pint, and you're gonna have another one, aren't you? Because it's been a real negotiation with myself every time I go do my food shopping. Because obviously I'm trying to go to the supermarket as little as possible, going once a week at most. So then, and I'm doing the same thing. I'm not having a drink unless it's on the weekend. So then today I'm in Lidl and I'm feeling like I don't really want to buy beer. I don't really fancy it. But then thinking, come the weekend, am I going to actually think I wish I bought a few bottles?
Yeah.
But then you don't also, and this is, Jamie made this point. If you buy them in, then you've got them in, so you are going to have them. And what if you just didn't have them in? But I know for me, a couple of weekends ago, I didn't have any in, and I was like, it sounds really bad, but it's not. It's just that I was really craving it, and I was like, oh, I really just want a beer. And I'm not talking like I needed a crate. I have one a night, on a weekend.
Yeah.
This weekend I had 4 bottles of beer, and I had a whiskey that I think you saw me drink. And then woke up Monday morning and I felt like I'd been on a bender all weekend.
Well, I had the bottle of wine, didn't I? So I had a bottle of wine on Saturday.
This was we had a family quiz night, didn't we?
The quiz night, yeah. So, but I thought, right, I'll have a glass whilst I was making dinner, because apparently now I'm on Sunday roast duties, which is pretty cool. I do enjoy it. So I had a glass sort of whilst I was making it, a glass whilst I was eating, and then it was like I had half a bottle left. I thought, I'll do, sit and do the quiz and finish the bottle of wine. And I'd finished the bottle of wine before we'd even started. because there were a few technical difficulties, weren't there? So then I was like, well, everyone's drinking. It sounds stupid, but I'm only in my bedroom, but everyone else is drinking, so I kind of want to. So I went and found another bottle of wine in the conservatory, which I probably didn't need to do. But I've compared to what I'm normally like, I do like a pint or 12, but I mean, it's just that's just what it is. All my mates go to the pub. Me and Carl, all we do is, it sounds stupid, but we drink beer and talk about football because we're men.
You're such
That's
a
what we are.
bloke.
Yeah. But that's our sort of get out for me and Carl. We're both the same person. We don't do anything. We literally just talk about football. Yeah, but I'm kind of seeing that I can live without it. Sorry, Carl, if you're watching this. I don't think he probably won't
Don't
watch
worry,
it.
he's not watching it.
He's not. Maybe Holly will probably watch it.
Yeah.
And then tell him, and he'll probably just go. But it's cool. But yeah.
Yeah, I've been thinking a lot about this, about stuff that during this time you kind of, it's a proper period of a reevaluation, isn't it? And don't you think that like everything or I know that everything that I do and everything that I like, everything I class myself as doing, every behaviour I've got, every routine habit is like under the microscope now, and I'm kind of going, oh well, do I really need to do that? Or actually, because I've gone so long without this certain thing, and also Todd was saying this during my conversation with him, that you find out that what is necessary to you, and like me, I've realised that it doesn't matter if I have beer in the fridge 7 days a week, but I do get to Saturday and go like, this is my ritual. Where's my Saturday beer?
Yeah.
You get that sense of stuff as well.
Yeah. It's just a reset button, isn't it? Almost. It's kind of like once you leave school, whether you go to uni or not, or get a full-time job like I did, or like a lot of my mates did. Nobody gives you the time to sort of reset. You're not doing what you want to be doing, or you think it's not the right routine for you, or you want to be a bit more free because you're already in that world and you've got stuff to pay for and you've got stuff that you want to save up for. That's just what you have to do. Whereas obviously now it is unfortunate, but it's about making the best out of a bad situation, I suppose. And if people can sort of reevaluate, like you say, and sort of figure out what's a necessity, then I think a lot of people will probably come out as a better person from all this than what we started with.